Greetings. I wanted to share with you a quick story. A quick story. So I had been inside most of the day today, studying and preparing for my transition that I'm dealing with. And then also, got to do the farmer's market tomorrow. So one of the things I want to mention is that I've been working on a new structure and everything with, my what is my farmers market business, but how to transition that so that it's doing more work for me. And part of that is going to be what I am doing tomorrow at the market. And that is I will be announcing my departure,
Power off.
my departure from the farmers market because it has the cost of doing it is has been more than the profitability. And I am certain it's the demographic and the location, and partially due to lack of marketing, which of course I hadn't been doing a lot of marketing because when I did do marketing, I found out or I realized that I wasn't not that I'm not in the right market. I'm currently in transition to be in a better position to be of service to the market that is here. So, because that is what I'm working with tomorrow, which is going to be August the 1st, will be Superba Seeds' final day at the farmers market, at least this year, at this point in time. I am in the process of collaborating and seeking new investors and other partners and people to work with so that I can keep this going. But for now, I will be moving it strictly online. So if you want to order anything, and if you want to get any teas or the soups, the seeds, you have to order it through the Superba Seeds shop, Superba Seeds shop website. And then if when I get enough sales for a week, then I can come to the market. And then you can just pick your products up at the market. Otherwise, we will, I'll contact you and we can make an arrangement to, either ship it to you or we can meet somewhere else in town. So if you're local, we can still meet locally. And if you're not local, of course, there's always shipping available, right? So that's what's going on with that. So what happened to me just now is because I was inside preparing all this stuff and dealing with the day, I decided that, oh, look, the sun went down. It's not scorching hot. It is a desert. Like it doesn't exactly look like that, but that's Cedar City is right here. This is like Cedar City in the background. So this picture is up at Cedar Breaks. But it was hot today, and so I was inside with the AC on. And I was like, oh, look, the sun's going down. I'm sure it's cooled off. So I said, let me go for a walk, get some fresh air, get a little bit of the lasting sunlight as I'm strolling around. So I said, I'll just walk down to the end of the street and come back. So I'm walking, and I didn't want to listen to any music because I had been inside. I wanted to give my ears a break, and I just decided, let's just run. I said, let me jog a little bit. So I started jogging. I'm doing a nice good pace and I'm paying attention to my form, and I felt like I was back in, elementary school, or I should say high school, when I was running track. I was like, this feels great. So I'm doing the run. And it's probably about a quarter mile maybe. So I get to the end of the street and I say, I'll go around the corner a little bit. And there's this field that's like open. It's just a property. There's no houses or anything. And I noticed that when I turned the corner there, the sound is different because there's no more houses. So I could hear kind of maybe I'm just more sensitive to the EMFs. But anyway, I could hear the houses when I was running past the houses on the one side. And then the property that's vacant was here. So I turned the corner and I noticed it was a little more pleasant. So I was like, all right, I'll just walk for a little bit. So I stopped and started walking. And then I was like, ooh, there's enough light and still, maybe I'll do a quick live I tell people, what I just told you about the market. Let me just do like a little 2, 3 minute thing and talk about the market tomorrow, but I'll make it alive. So I pull the phone out and I go to Instagram and I hit plus, and then I hit live, and then I hear, and I looked, and I seen it fly around me. I was like, ah! And I swatted at it and I started running. And I ran a little bit of ways and I stopped again because I was like, okay, let me just, maybe I can do it right here. So I pulled out the phone, or I still had it in my hand, and I went to hit, the button again to start the live. So it was a mosquito. So I'm like, oh. So I said, okay. So I literally just started running, like literally just ran, just hauled butt back to the corner. And so I get to the corner and then I kind of run around to the corner to go back up the street. And it was kind of weird. I just noticed there was a car coming from that street. It was a car coming from that street. And it was a car coming from that street. They weren't exactly the same distance away, but it was just strange that it was three cars, they were coming down the street at the same time. So I was like, all right. So I turned the corner, like I said, and I'm walking on the left side of the street because there's, the cars coming. And I didn't want to walk on the other side because you're supposed to walk towards incoming traffic so you can see you. And so I'm walking on the side. There's no sidewalks or anything, so it's just like, the vegetation, and then there's the road. And I'm kind of walking in the little bit of gravel that's right on the edge, and there's this car, and it's going really slow, and it's like maybe a foot from the side of the road. And I was just like, okay, and it's getting closer to me. And I didn't have this on, but I had on, the tank top and my wristband, and you can see the scarf. So, and I'm kind of walking still brisk because I'm, worried about the stupid mosquito is going to catch up to me. So I'm walking pretty fast. So you can kind of see me walking, and it's not totally dark. But anyway, so the car is getting closer to me. And it's probably about 20, maybe 30 feet away, and they still haven't moved over to go around me yet. And I'm just looking. And I'm like, are you gonna just drive right over me? And finally they kind of moved over but they're going like maybe 10 miles an hour or something. And that right there was strange. So I was just like, it was a Tesla. And I was just like, okay. And I was just like, all right. This is how they were kind of driving as they went past me, like really slow. And it was some guy, and I waved like this, and I kind of watched them go by. And then as they went to the corner, I looked back to see like what they was doing, you know, and they were at the intersection and they drove on whatever speed they were going. I was just like, all right. So I kept on walking. And then some neighbor's dog started barking at me or whatever. And I kind of laughed at it. I was like, huh. I was like, I don't know where the dog, I can just hear. I think it was in the house. But anyway, so I'm walking, and then ah, crap. So I started running again, and I don't mean like lightly. I was sprinting. I was running so fast. I had to take the phone out of, because I got these spandex on with a pocket right here. I had to take the phone out of this pocket, and I'm running with it. That's how fast I was running from this mosquito. Okay. Now, mind you, I had already run probably about a quarter mile, half a mile at that point to get away from it. And now it's still coming at me. So I'm just like, okay. So I cross the street because I'm getting ready to come back in. And I didn't even stop. I just kept running. I just kept sprinting. And I would say sprint, I don't mean like jogging, like I was hauling, like I was in like a track meet, like I was doing a quarter, like I was running, sprinting. And I laughed because the other day I was wondering if I could actually still run that fast because it's been so long since I've run. I do jog quite often, but I'm not sprinting, And a few years ago, I was doing the same thing, just doing some running, and I was out somewhere, wherever I was exercising. I don't remember who it is now. Um, and I went to go do some sprints, and I actually I kind of sprained something, like I pulled something like in my where was it at? I think it was my calf, or something pulled. And I couldn't do the run for like I couldn't run for like 3 days. I had to let it rest or whatever. And this was just for me sprinting. It wasn't for me running, but I was just like, let me go do a real sprint real quick. Well, I didn't do the sprinting anymore because I was concerned that I would hurt myself again, but I hadn't, warmed up and stretched enough to go do the sprinting. Whereas now, because I've been running the past 2 weeks, 2, 3 weeks or so, yeah, about 3 weeks now, because I broke my toe about the end of April. So the 2 months after that, so May and June, I didn't do any running. So like the second week of July, I started running again. So I my body was used to running, but I wasn't sprinting. So when I was just doing this run just now to get away from the mosquito, I was actually kind of shocked that I was actually able to run that fast, which was kind of cool. I like that. So I'm gonna do some more sprints like that more often. Maybe that's why the mosquito was chasing me so that I can see that I need to do more sprinting stuff. But it felt really good. I was really tired when like I said, I didn't stop. I just kept running because I didn't want the mosquito to like literally follow me and then potentially come in the door behind me. So I just sprinted all the way in. It was probably, I wish I could have video. I actually took out the phone. I wanted to record it, but because I was running so fast, it wouldn't work. Oh man. So I came in here and I plopped down, and I had turned off the AC when I went out because I was like, ah, it's cool enough. But I closed up I got screens on the windows, but I closed up all the windows and was like, I'm not messing with this mosquito. I'm turning the AC back on. And because I'm hot now. And so that was my bit of a journey for the evening. And basically it's time to get like cleaned up and go to bed. So I'm just like, all right, I'm done with this. So literally there's nothing else I can do after that. That was it. So with that, I just wanted to point out that it's been a great experience. I'm loving this feeling of the new transition. Something good is it's brewing. I'm also working on some other things that I don't talk about very much, and so you'll hear more about that coming. But I just wanted to make the announcement that tomorrow at the farmers market will be, at least for now, will be my final venture. Like I said, unless I get enough people who order items during the week, then I can bring those to the farmers market, and everybody can just pick it up at the farmers market on the weekend instead of me having to meet you individually. And this, of course, is here in Cedar City. So much love and appreciation. I thank you to all of my loyal customers that come by to see me, and I still want to help you on this journey, keeping your health and wellness in tip-top shape and in optimal performance for you. So again, if there's anything that you need help with, everybody, if you've purchased something, the link and phone number is on the product, so you're able to get a hold of me at any time. And of course, you can go to superbaseeds.shop, and you can also contact me there, and the phone number's there as well. So much love and appreciation. Of course, I am a pastel Anita Superb, or Anita Gardener, however we want to call it. But you know who I am. Much love. Thank you for joining me, and you will see me in my next video.